Pottage. Hi, my name is Jacob Along, and I'm going to take tour of the Sud. Sud is the largest wetland in South Sudan, and I'm going to see how people keep cattle there. South Sudan has a huge number of cattle that are not documented, that are not even shown to the world. And my mission today is to go and show you the large number of cattle that are roaming the bushes and the Sud wetland in South Sudan. So right now I'm boarding the boat, and I am heading to where the cattle keepers are keeping their cattle. South Sudan, according to World Food Organization and Food and Agricultural Organization FAO, reported that South Sudan has 12 million cattle that are not even considered to be part of the economy. But today I'm going to show you, as you can see, as we ride these boats, you can see from island on my left here, there are cattle that are being kept here. So this Sud is used mainly during dry season by the cattle keeping communities of the Mundari, the Dinka, the Nuer. When this season comes, they don't get greener pasture. So what they do is to move to the islands to go and take the animals to get fresh and green grass. So right now I'm on the boat. As you can see on the left hand side of the boat, these are cattle camps along the Nile. And as we move on, we will go and meet one of the largest cattle camp in the Sud, in the middle of the Sud. So these cattle are mainly kept by the Mundari, like I said before, and by the Dinka communities, the Dinka Bor and the Dinka Aliap on the other side, and the Dinka in Ural counties, and the Dinka of Upper Nile also keep a large number of cattle, but they are underreported. So as we move on, you will continue to see a huge number of cattle being displayed by these people. So just little history about these communities. They depend on this animal for their food and their health. If a family member falls sick, they sell one cow to treat that particular person. If someone needs school fees, they also sell one or two or three, depending on the amount needed in the school, either in secondary school or in primary school or even at the university level. So they are used for various things. I mean, this is the economy. The economy is based on these animals. So there are really many, as you can see. So you will find out. So you can see few cows on the left and right and left and right. So that is how they run the economy. They rarely sell these cattle to put money in the bank like other people in other part of the world does. So they keep it mainly for food and for marriages and maybe for sickness, like I said earlier, and school fees in the modern days. But before, when schools or hospitals were not here, they used it only for marriages and food. But now things have changed, as the headers are putting their children into schools to be educated, at least. So right now we have arrived to the cattle camp. But this cattle camp is really big. So as you can see, they are about to release cattle to go to the bushes. So what they do, they release them during the day to go and graze, and then they bring them back later in the evening. And each cow knows where it sleep. So they will just go like this, but they will come back to their various position where they sleep. So when they return from the bush, the owners will come and milk them in the evening. They are usually separated with their calves. This is the culture here. For the owners to enjoy milk, they separate the calves and the bigger cows, the lactating ones. They separate them, and then in the evening they bring calves. They come and tie them down separately and tie cows down separately, and then they milk them for food and for sale if they have access. So right now, as you can see, these cattle are going to the forest to go and graze. You can see some are heading to this direction. They know they have greener pasture on that side, so they will go and spend their day grazing and feeding. So until when it's about to get dark is when the herders will bring them back. They are usually protected because these communities here raid each other. They raid each other with cattle. There are some neighboring communities that are aggressive. Cattle wrestling has been practiced for centuries here in South Sudan. So when they are taking cattle outside this camp, they guard them with machine guns. Machine guns like AK-47, of course. It's a light weapon. So we have millions of AK-47 in the hands of civilians. They are mainly acquired to protect these cattle and to defend themselves. So that is why you see some men moving with guns as they head out. So they practice that. And yes, South Sudan is a very rich country. It has gold, it has oil, it has uranium. It's speculated that we have diamond and other minerals, but we also have cattle. As you can see, they are estimated to be 12 million cattle by the experts. So some would go as far as saying that the number of cattle in South Sudan are more higher than the number of people put together. So it's a usual joke, but yes, it's their wealth. So no one can even match, no country can match, the population with the money, billions and billions of dollars or shillings or pounds that they have in the economy with the people. But people joke too much that the number of cattle is larger than the number of people in South Sudan. So this is just a joke, but no wealth can be equivalent to the number of the people in a given country. So this is South Sudan, and as you can see with the aerial view, the aerial view also could just show you the number of cows trekking, going to graze and going to drink water and everything. So they will be spending most of their time grazing. So as you can see from the east, they have enough water because River Nile It's one of the largest water bodies in Africa. It tore through South Sudan to Sudan and to Egypt and then to Mediterranean Sea. So this community here has enough water. So the problem is not water. So as you know, yes, sometimes they can be hit by lack of water, by drought. Yes, but that drought cannot drain the Nile, but it can kill grass or the pasture that they depend on. So it can compel them sometimes to migrate to the neighboring communities. And when it is also flooded, they also migrate because the green or the pasture can also be submerged by the flood. So cows or cattle may not find where to feed. So what they do seasonally, depending on whatever situation they are in, they migrate southward towards central Equatoria, which is the higher ground for the cattle and for themselves. So they know, they monitor the situation. If life is not sustainable here in the Sud or near Sud, they migrate seasonally to other places that they consider to be dry and safe for the people and for the animal. Same thing with the drought. If it is drought and they know it is raining on either direction, on either east or south or north, they can migrate, or they can even cross the river to go and look for better pasture for the animals. The more these animals get greener pasture, or more they get enough grass, the more they are milk. When they are milk, the more people feed on that milk, or they exchange it with grains when they are far away from the villages. So this community is agro-pastoralists. They are agro-pastoralists. So they rear cattle and they also cultivate. They grow corns, millets, and other mixed crop, beans, groundnuts, etc. So they mix them. Usually cattle migrate with young people. If it is just a normal migration, you find the younger one, the stronger one, migrate with large number of cattle, and then they leave the elderly and children behind sometimes to remain here in the villages with few cattle. But when it is a disaster, yes, they can move with everyone. But mainly youth are the ones who migrate, who goes around searching for greener pasture or for better condition for themselves and their cows. So this is South Sudan. In overview, this is South Sudan resources that you did not know. We have other resources as well, and with time I will cover that. So that is all I have right now. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube to get more stories about South Sudan and its people. Like I said earlier, South Sudan is the world's youngest country in the world. It got its independence in 2011 from Sudan, and it has these challenges of state building. But with time, South Sudan will stand on its feet and it will compete with other countries. I hope South Sudan will be the world's largest meat supplier in the next 10 years as we settle down. Thank you. Remember to subscribe. Bye-bye.